everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Trading with Livevol. My name is Stephen Choi, and I'm trading my own Reg T account, and then using LVX. And you guys can see how I use the software to trade my own personal account. So let's just go to my account. I'm having a decent day today. Just kind of like overall, yesterday, basically, it's a little misleading because yesterday I was up 2, but I didn't actually get it when it closed, so it looks like it's kind of like slightly inflated. But anyway, I'm up a little. I wanted to talk to you guys about Hillshire. So basically, I have been trading. You see, like, my strikes have increased a lot, right? So once it gets to that point, I pretty much completely rely on the risk chart to kind of guide me, right? So what I'm trying to do is trying to see and have this graph kind of represent what I want to see going forward. So you see how right now the way I positioned it is my thinking is they'll get another bid, even though it might not be $55. Like the increment on the bidding should slow down, so maybe they'll get another bid for 51 or 52 from Pilgrim's Pride, unless there's another group that comes in. So the thing with this that's kind of tricky is if another group comes in to bid for Hillshire that's not Pilgrim's Pride or Tyson, then it could really go crazy. Also, Tyson itself, even though they're bidding for Hillshire, is also a takeover candidate. So what could be crazy is if Tyson gets a bid, just like Hillshire got a bid after they decided to buy out Pinnacle Foods, right? So Hillshire decides to buy Pinnacle Foods, come to an agreement, then somebody else comes in and tries to buy Hillshire. If that actually happened to Tyson, where somebody else came in to try to buy Tyson, that would really be crazy. And that actually, I think last time I remember something like that was in the agriculture times when or agriculture stocks with like AGN and and a bunch of others. Like I kind of can't remember, but basically that was the last time I remember like a three-way where each other was kind of bidding each other up. But anyway, like I said, I solely rely on this, and so you can see my pain point is going to be if the stock trades $50 in June. But my thinking is, you see this red line or this yellow line, if something happens in the interim, basically I shouldn't lose too much, so hopefully I'll be okay. And so this yellow line is kind of the intermediate line next week. So if anything happened, I'm pretty okay, unless the bid goes above 60, which if it did happen, that would be crazy, right? So the reason what I was thinking was as you guys know, yesterday I wanted to be short this, but I ended up buying it, and basically, you know, when I went to some meetings and I got busy, basically I ended up owning it. So it kind of sucked, but I'm trying to make the best of this situation and have it fit into my overall thinking, right? So my thinking is that it's going to be a bit higher, and if for whatever reason, let's say Pilgrim's Pride walks away, basically the stock should go back to like 48, 49 bucks. So I should actually lose this much, like about 2,000 bucks or so, right? So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Looks like they just traded a bunch of these puts, June 49 puts. I'm actually trying to buy these back. You know, I'm trying to buy these back, and I'm trying to get rid of these, but I'm not being too successful at it right now. I did see this block trade where this guy sold 1,000 of these June 42 puts for 125, and then he actually used that money to buy the July 55 call. So this guy definitely thinks there's going to be a bid, but I guess what he's thinking is maybe the calls that he's buying it in July because he thinks maybe it might take a little time. So don't know what the right exact move is, but I did make my straddle at 55 because I thought that's where the stock is going. So usually wherever I think the stock is going is where I'm going to sell. And if you look at this risk chart, basically that's what I have, and my dead spot is 50. So it's not that I like that dead spot to be at 50, but I'm gonna have to kind of figure out and adjust as time goes. But I wouldn't mind trying to make this higher. So right now it's like 1,800 bucks, and I wouldn't mind having it be higher than that. Not sure how I'm gonna do it. I did contemplate maybe selling 5 more of these, 5 more of these, and then trying to buy, say like 12 of these to make it 15, right? So at that point, basically, my upside is pretty good, pretty solid, right? And then what I can do is maybe sell some of these calls. Yeah, maybe I can try to sell some of these calls to lower it a little. Lower this number a little bit to 4,000, and then I make 4,000. So this is more of like the ratio I probably want, right? So I might try to do something like that, right? So I sell I sell one more straddle. And then I go and try to do this spread a bunch of times. So if I just did the straddle, because I'm going to have to kind of leg into these things, right? This is how I would look. So I'm actually going to try to do that. So I'm going to put in an order right now. So I'm selling 5. Maybe I should do this way so I can actually see. So it's 363 is the midpoint. I'll try to do it for 365, and I'm going to send the order. Alright, so I just sent it. And basically, I think I would like to own more of these calls, basically. So I think I have an order in here that's yeah, you see how it's dollar bid right now. I'm gonna be a nickel bid. All right, so that's kind of what I'm working on right now. And when I get it, you see how there's this hat right there. But if I add 7 more to this, then I will get this kind of. So I'll make 3,700, lose about 4,000, and then as it goes down. So I'll take care of this a little bit later, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm kind of messing around with it until I get the chart I want, and then I kind of implement it for the best price possible. So that's that. In AZN, my whole thinking was, let's say the chances of it being bought out is now like 33%, which is, I think, not sure, but I know in London they have these gaming, and they have odds on all kinds of stuff. So I think I couldn't find it on the website, but if you guys could, maybe you guys can post it on the community. But the odds are, last time I checked, like I don't know, like somebody said on TV, maybe like 40% chance, right? So if it's like, if you look at AstraZeneca, and you think 40% chance, that's the odds on it going through, which will be around $95, and if it doesn't, it'll go to 65, and it's trading like $7 above 65, right? And then there's still what, $18, $23 above that, right? So it's like, it's almost saying it's less than 25% with where the stock is now. So I think at that point, I think just, and this is not fundamentally, right? It's kind of like my estimate. I think AstraZeneca should trade around 75, right? Or the downside from here is kind of limited. And if I look at like these options being traded, so I see like people selling these puts, people selling the June puts. This one's part of a spread. And then this is where I'm at, right? So I got this position that's kind of like, it's kind of like just a call or stock. And, you know, I was thinking maybe buying something like in October, right? So my thinking was I was going to buy something in October, and then, oh, I just got filled. So I was going to buy something in October and then keep selling calls against it for 3 months, right, weekly. So let's say like these June, right? I can sell these, you know, June like 75s, which is a few weeks away, and then I'll buy these October 70s. But let's see what they're, see, they're buying these, and they're buying these. So the order flow is like they're buying Octobers. This seem to be selling the front month put. If you look at the skew chart, and let me kind of try to kill the noise here. You see how October is higher than all these months? Usually it's the other way around. It's kind of like down, where the front month is higher than the back month, but in this one it's the other way around, right? Also in July, looks like the July skews are to the upside, right? Not to the downside. So all this stuff is kind of telling me that that people expect action to happen in October, and nothing really is going to happen in the upcoming month. But my general feeling is the stock is trading too low according to the odds. So maybe I should buy some Octobers, but figure out how to pay for it, right? But 620 is pretty expensive, and literally it's $4 worth of premium, which is pretty massive. If anything, you know, maybe I can sell some puts on the way. Maybe these October 70 puts might be a good one to sell if I think 65 is where it might go by itself, right? But if Pfizer if Pfizer just came out and said they weren't going to do anything, basically it'll tank pretty severely. So they think the deal is still on. So Williams Sonoma, I finally closed this position for 30 cents. Trades. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so I bought these back for 30. So the earnings play took a while, but basically it's now closed. I wanted to talk to you guys on a side note about the TraderMinute guys. So let me actually go to these guys. So let's see. Yeah, so this is their website. Basically, they start off with 3,000 and they try to turn it into 100,000 in 4 months. And I usually, I follow these guys because I like them, and because they only do it by buying calls or puts. So they don't do like spreads, they don't do condors. They're just straight up buying calls and puts. Excuse me, which is difficult to do. But they're actually up 333% so far. So if you guys are interested, we do have a deal with those guys. Just go there and go to like livevolcommunity.com. Go to forums and find a $100,000 challenge, and click on this and put in code LIVE569, and you can actually subscribe to them free for 1 month. So this guy's already turned 2 times the 3,000 into 100. But what I like about his website is not only does he give you advice on what to trade, but he also kind of it's a pretty in-depth education. So go to if you want to try it out, it's definitely worth it. At least if especially if it's free for 1 month. The guy has been pretty hot lately. It's go to Trader, go to the Livevol community website. And then go to the forums, go to home of the $100,000 challenge, and basically click on this to get there, or just type in live569 and you get 1 month free. So it's definitely worth trying out. I think he is, so what happened was I've been pretty busy, so a lot of times I just kind of miss his trade, because he does it during the day and then he broadcasts it, and basically like by the time I look at it, it's like 1 or 2 days later. But I'm gonna try to keep a little more eye on it and try to do the trades going forward, because I want you guys to know that I'm also trying it myself. I'm not just telling you guys to try it without me personally having some experience with it. I'm gonna try to get some of his videos to post on the website. But again, it's the TraderMinute, home of the $100,000 challenge, TraderMinute.com. Type in live569 and you get 1 month free subscription, and it's definitely well worth it. Okay. So that actually is about it. Usually I have more positions, but since I have this Hillshire, it's kind of dominating pretty much everything. So I'm going to take this out. So I have these 10 calls. So now this is how I look. And 4 and 37, and that's only if I actually sell this straddle, right? So let me actually see what my straddle is right now. The straddle, sorry, I'm just thinking quietly right now. Yeah, so I'm offering it at 365. Maybe I'll do it 360. Modify, yes, and I'll see what happens, right? So I'm going to try to sell for 360. If I do, then this is what I'm going to have. Currently, this is what I have. right? So right now I'm not liking this 35 versus 22. I like to even that out, and I don't really need this and this as much. So I'm trying to lower that. So if I do the, right, so I'm lowering this like wings over here. I'm bringing this down, making this kind of, this one doesn't actually change that much. It actually gets worse, but this price time of what I think is really going to happen with this stock goes a lot higher by June, right? So I'm trying to sell this. I'm going to see if I get it. This is actually getting low enough. I almost feel like I should buy 30 of these. Right. And then maybe sell 30 more of these. Do I get then? Yeah, maybe not. But this is how I kind of mess around with it, because I'm thinking like I don't need this, so having this doesn't really help me. I was thinking about it, but 35 cents seemed pretty cheap. But maybe I'll just buy 30 of these back, and that in itself should even a lot of this stuff out, and then I'll have unlimited unlimited protection to the downside, even though, you know, maybe it's not really necessary right now. But that's all I have. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will talk to you guys on Monday. Take care.